Next Trump, next time.
Was at a Tenacious D concert in Australia. It was Jack Black singing happy birthday to one of his bandmates, and that was his bandmate responding. Tenacious D has canceled the rest of their tour. Black stating he was blindsided. Or blindsided. You would have addressed it right then and there. You wouldn't have waited for the video to go viral, and you wouldn't have waited for the Australian senators to call for your deportation. You're not mad that it happened, you're mad at the backlash. If you haven't noticed, there's somewhat of a reckoning going on right now. As if TikTok has been on a rampage since Saturday. People who got way too comfortable in their perceived anonymity online, comments from Facebook, making those people wildly popular. They miss shaking my head. Social media deletion. We were inches away from freedom. 3 pages of groveling on the internet for forgiveness. Yipes. Super bummed that they missed deleted social medias. And his company is handling the matter internally. Little to the right next time, please. Entire page of groveling on the internet for forgiveness. And he's resigning as fire marshal and fire chief. Damn, someone just barely missed. Fired. If you're gonna shoot, man, don't miss. Fired. Right? Like, bro, work on your skills. Fired. Rednecks, next time the shooter isn't going to miss. Fired, but not after trying to tell everybody on Facebook that he had been hacked. Shoot, if only he would have had his scope sighted correctly. Fired.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Crow, part-time YouTuber, part-time veiled historian, and I wanted to talk to you about the potential breakup of Tenacious D, which for those of you who are completely unaware, it's kind of like a comedic band. It's a band of essentially 2 people, Kyle Gass and of course Jack Black. And during a concert, Jack Black went out on stage to give a birthday wish or to ask Kyle what his birthday wish was. And the guy just goes, don't miss next time. And I put a TikTok video that I'd seen going around on X because I wanted you to see the backlash that people are getting for essentially either A, praising the shooter, or B, going online to gripe about how pissed off they were that he had missed. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you try to tell people, like I can say a bunch of really negative, inflammatory things about Biden, but I'm never going to be able to convince someone that it's okay to use political violence to take him out of power. The same exact thing for the anti-Trump people. You can keep calling him, Satan McHitler, but you're never going to convince people that it's okay to use force to remove him. And there's something I think that people on the left just don't understand, which is the world as a whole doesn't agree with their ideology of violence. And they'll deny that they're violence. They'll deny that they have violent rhetoric. They'll deny that they use inflammatory rhetoric. They deny that they are divisive. At the exact same time, they make statements like, I wish the shooter hadn't missed. They start mocking the people that died at the rally. This is all... This wasn't even really a day afterwards, by the way. This was the day that this was happening. On Twitter, the top trends were, how do you miss and everything. So we saw people on that side of the aisle go full mask off, right? We saw it. Everybody saw it, and there's no putting that genie back into the bottle. Once it's out there, you can't go back to claiming that you're all for peace and unity.
Are out here on the heels of the attempted Trump assassination. Can I get your reaction to what happened the other day?
Well, it's a shame the person missed, but it's ironic that the shooter was also a Republican. And I am scared about political violence.
You're scared of political violence, but you were hoping that he wouldn't have missed.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson wrote a letter that included one of my favorite quotes, that sometimes the tree of liberty needs to be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants.
I see you have a crossbow over here. Can you tell me a little bit more about it and why you decided to bring it here?
So yeah, they went full mask off. Everybody saw it, and there's no denying that they aren't all for political violence at this point. And I know that they will deny it, but again, perception is reality. And right now the perception is these people are like, batshit off the fucking rocker. So now we have this this big breakup of Tenacious D, which I used to be a fan of Tenacious D, right? Like the Pick of Destiny and everything. I'm not going to pretend I was the biggest fan and I have all their music and everything, but I liked it. There's some songs that I still find pretty catchy and everything. But to watch people go out on stage during a concert, to watch a bunch of people cheer them on as they're making those statements, and then turn around and go, "Oh no, these were jokes. I didn't actually mean it." I don't think anyone buys it at this point. I don't think anyone buys it at this point. But they're welcome to try that, and that seems to be what Jack Black is doing now. And I saw some people going around going like, you know what, good on Jack Black for making a statement and condemning it. And I'm like, no, not good on Jack Black. I think this guy needs to have his feet held to the fire. I think it needs to be rubbed in his face nonstop, because all I see here is Jack Black was on stage with Kyle Gass. Jack Black asks him the question, Kyle makes the statement, and Jack Black is out there laughing with the audience and cheering it on. Then, after his video goes viral, after it blows up, after a senator issues out a statement that they have to be deported because you can't glorify political violence in Australia, then he comes out with a statement, I was blindsided by what was said at the show on Sunday. I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence in any form. After much reflection, I no longer feel it is appropriate to continue the Tenacious D tour, and all future creative plans are on hold. I am grateful to the fans for their support and understanding. And essentially, he just threw his bandmate under the bus, okay? Because Jack Black was not blindsided, right? Jack Black was all in with it. If you want to tell me that it was not planned, I'm willing to believe that. But when it was said, Jack Black was like, yeah, and then again, waits more than a day to actually make a statement about it, about how he was blindsided, how he would never support this. You know, and I get it, because unlike Jack, Kyle does not have a Hollywood career. Kyle is not taking roles in Disney shows like Jack Black is doing currently. He's not getting big movie roles like Jack Black can get. So obviously, I mean, yeah, they've been friends for what, 20, 30 years, I want to say, maybe longer, maybe shorter, but a pretty decent chunk of time. And Jack just threw his friend under the bus to save himself. And look, I want to go ahead and show you the video again from the concert. But first, I want to pull the statement by Kyle as well. The line I improvised on stage Sunday night in Sydney was highly inappropriate, dangerous, and a terrible mistake. I don't condone violence of any kind in any form against anyone. What happened was a tragedy, and I'm incredibly sorry for my severe lack of judgment. I profoundly apologize to those I've let down and truly regret any pain I've caused. And I'm glad that they've apologized. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think you have to do that. But at the exact same time, I'm also like, should there really be any level of forgiveness? The only reason why they're apologizing isn't because they actually feel bad. It's because they got copious amounts of backlash. They're right now, you have that, the Senator Babbitt, I think I said that right, who's saying that they need to be deported immediately because they were glorifying political violence on stage. And I've heard the arguments from people, which is like, oh, well, the right is all for cancel culture of Tenacious D. And I'm just going, yeah, maybe that's what you want to say. I actually have a quote that I read before I started recording this video. When I am weaker than you, I ask you for freedom because that is according to your principles. When I am stronger than you, I take away your freedom because that is according to my principles. And that is what I see here. I see people who do not believe in freedom of speech, who are actively against letting people on the right get monetized, who have repeatedly for years tried to get our accounts banned. Again, before Elon Musk had X, most of us were getting, like, I think I'm on my 5th Twitter account. One of my accounts got banned for posting a Biden meme. Not like a racy Biden meme, but like one that just said he thinks with his heart, not with his head. That was it. I got banned on Twitter for posting that image. And I'm going, what the hell? So I'm just at this point of, You guys are glorifying political violence, not just the day after it happened, but the day that it happened. And then you want to go to people on the right and go like, why aren't you protecting our ability to... No, we're done with this. We are done with this. If you want to admit that you're wrong and that you're all in on freedom of speech and we're no longer going to be trying to cancel people and we're no longer going to be trying to... Oh, wait, right. I forgot. Everybody, this is Sticker Mule. I don't even care what Sticker Mule is. All it says is Donald Trump got shot. Right? We have plenty of people that work at Sticker Mule who support Trump, and we have plenty of people who support Biden. The hate needs to stop. We're offering a deal. Buy it if you want to support Trump. That was it. They weren't saying MAGA, 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 vote Trump. They didn't do any of that. They said that people who work here support Trump and people who work here support Biden, but the political tensions need to stop. What was the reaction from people on the left? Well, no more Sticker Mule orders for the kids. And every reply, right? Every reply is whining and bitching about Sticker Mule. Over here, I'll keep posting the same thing until Sticker Mule has lost enough people and business. They are actively trying to cancel a brand for simply stating that the hate needs to stop. They're trying to cancel a brand right now for saying that the hate needs to stop. And at the exact same time, they're going to people on the right and crying about how we're behind cancel culture now as their accounts are being taken away, as they're getting fired, as they're losing monetization for glorifying political violence. You can't make this stuff up. Like, you really can't. You really can't, okay? You really can't. So what am I supposed to say at this point, honestly? You glorify political violence, you get caught, you realize that the whole of the world, or at least the majority of the people in this country, are not okay with that, and now you want to cry to us to make it stop. Oh my goodness, you poor precious little snowflakes. And again, at the exact same time, they're also trying to destroy a business because they said that the political violence or the political climate needs to be toned down. That is, these people are just evil. Let's just be honest. It's just evil at this point. And I saw this from Royce Lopez, right? We called it on yesterday's show. Even though Jack Black has been friends with Kyle for most of his adult life, so they've been friends for a long time, he threw him under the bus immediately because he has a Hollywood career to think about. None of these people are loyal. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I don't think you're gonna find anyone signed on to like a Disney production right now, or like those really big media things, who are gonna come out and make a statement about this, because it's going to be used against them. The brands don't want to deal with the backlash, and this is bad. This is really bad. So Jack Black was totally okay with what Kyle had said, right? He was. Let's play that video.
Happy birthday to you. Make a wish, Canada. Don't miss Trump next time. Thank you.
Yeah, Jack Black isn't blindsided. He's not stunned. He's not shocked. He thought it was funny. They did not assume people would be against them. That's all that was. So now you have Jack Black throwing his friend under the bus, canceling Tenacious D, rather than just taking some fucking accountability. I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think in the comments section. This is what happens. Right? This is what happens when you glorify political violence. This is what happens when at the exact same time you're crying to us about cancel culture, you're actually have your side engaged in a campaign to destroy a business because they said people work here support Trump and they support Biden and the hate needs to stop. Wow. Good job, everybody. Anyways, I hope to hear from you guys, because this story is nuts. These people are nuts. And I think it's probably just only going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.